a sense of community when you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. Hi everyone, welcome to the show. Well, my guest today, first name is Haley. What's your last name, Haley?
Perechy.
Perechy. Now, I met Haley just recently when she joined the Cupcake Festival, Chilliwack Cupcake Festival Committee. This will be probably aired after that. I'm not quite sure. Doesn't matter anyway. So thank you for being here.
No problem.
At one of the meetings, she brought some of her cupcakes. She made gourmet cupcakes. Oh my gosh. Nothing I've ever done. I've never even tried. I'm a little intimidated, but the cupcake you made was
hot chocolate.
Where did you come up with that idea, by the way?
I mean, I just mostly think about stuff that I like for the most part, and stuff that people like, and everybody likes hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty simple one. Like, it's a chocolate cupcake, and it has I tried a couple different recipes to make the frosting kind of a hot chocolate, and I got the perfect one to make it so it has that kind of smooth flavor that hot chocolate has, and then just marshmallows and chocolate drizzle.
But that's another thing. It's like the way you do your frosting. It's very decorative. And again, that's something I'll sometimes do the piping, but my hand gets sore if you're doing too many.
No, I get the same thing. I have to take a break sometimes, and it depends on how like stiff your frosting is in the piping bag, and you have to like sometimes you just have to warm it up a little bit.
Chocolate is the worst, I find. It's too thick, a little bit thick. But anyway, it's kind of fun. I mean, I'm like you. I tried different things, but I don't do fancy. That's But I tried recently. I tried orange juice in a cupcake, and it's pretty different. It's nice. It's very nice, but it was different.
Like an orange flavored cupcake with orange juice in the batter.
Yeah. So I thought,
try if you want to get really fancy. Orange cupcake, lavender frosting.
Oh.
Citrus and lavender.
Okay. No, that's not what you do for a living, right?
Not right now, no, but I plan on hopefully opening a cupcakery eventually.
Cupcakery. I love that.
I know you. There's no cupcakeries in Chilliwack, so nobody open one until I open mine. I want to be the first one.
Exactly. I want to be her first customer too.
I have a lot of people who want to be my first.
Wait a minute, though. I should get a freebie.
I will give you. I'll probably have like an opening event where like I give stuff away. I give away lots of cupcakes.
Me too. I just want to make them. I make a batch. I'll have maybe one, and I give the rest away. Fun.
I test my recipes out, so I have to get everyone's opinion. So basically, the whole first floor on my building is getting fat. It's just force feeding everyone cupcakes.
And nobody turns down. There's very few people that turn down.
Well, my next door neighbor is vegan, so she can't eat a lot of stuff.
My neighbor down the hall, one of them, he's diabetic, so he has to be careful. He can take some if his numbers are
taste.
Yeah, it depends on what his numbers are at the time. And if they're not too bad, he'll take one or two. But I like that. But have you thought of a name for the company yet?
Yes, Sweet Diva Cupcakes.
Whoa!
I have had that name for like 5 years.
Well, the Diva makes sense because they're gourmet cupcakes.
Yeah, and it's going to be a really interesting. Like, I already have the whole idea for the bakery. It's going to be kind of a sort of an alternative retro. So like swinger meets alternative, like tattoos and colored hair and stuff. I want one of the things that I want it to really be about is women's rights and women's empowerment and alternative empowerment. So like when people, complain that they can't get a job because they have colored hair or a piercing on their face, and that doesn't affect how you do your job. So I want to hire people like that. I want everyone to be their own person. Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the brain.
Yeah. You like having a piercing in your face or having different colored hair or having a tattoo on your arm doesn't affect how you do any job, basically. Like, what could that possibly affect?
Because they don't complain about people with numerous pierced earrings usually. Pierced ears rather.
Even when I was in high school, when I had a nose piercing, they made you like cover it with a big band-aid, and I'm like, that looks gross. Oh yeah. More so than a little tiny diamond. And mind you, that was, we'll just say, a long time ago. I'm not going to say how long ago.
But I think that'd be really great to have that in Chilliwack, Yes. And you're do you live in the downtown area?
Yeah.
Oh,
I live
nice.
very close to here.
Nice. So that means that I could walk over there.
I
Because
don't know where the cupcakery is going to be, but I know I live.
Oh, okay, okay, right, yeah. Well, you can't see it on camera, but I have a pimp mobile.
I just saw that. I remember you talking about that yesterday. I just saw it and I was like, oh,
It's a Harley. It's a Harley. It's an
Is it
electric Harley pimp
I
mobile.
didn't know they made those.
It's the
That's
Red
awesome.
Dragon pimp mobile. I mean, I give things names too, you know.
You have to.
Yeah. So like I don't know why I'm off on this, but somebody once we were talking about on Facebook condos, apartments. To me, condo is a fancy name for an apartment, right?
Yeah.
And so I said, who cares about the name? I'm going to call mine Fred.
I think it's condo is a building that you own.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, I
but
understand that, but
It should be.
it's still
yeah.
an apartment.
You name your cars. I name
Yeah.
my car. My
Yeah.
car's name is Leo.
Right, but whether you own it or not, it's still an apartment.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I always just say apartment.
So anyway, now let's talk about your job.
Yes.
Job.
My career.
Your career, yeah. So what is it?
So I'm an adult entertainer. So a lot of people probably know what OnlyFans is. It's that kind of idea. Sort of like cam girl, but I don't actually do live cam. So
Okay.
I do like custom fetish pictures, videos.
Oh.
I'm an erotic voice actor, so I do like voice acting for animated porn and custom erotic audios.
Yeah.
I'm also a writer, so I write custom fetish erotica,
Yeah.
and I do like sexting sessions, and I do what's called girlfriend experience,
Right.
or slave experience. So I'm an online dom.
How on earth did you get into that?
That's what everyone always asks me, and it is the stupidest story. So I have, maybe you can tell by my hands, I have really, really long fingers. My toes are the same. I
Okay.
have crazy, long, skinny feet and toes to the point where like they're fingers. So everyone always has, my whole life, whenever I get a pedicure, everyone's always joking, you should do foot fetish porn, haha. And I'm like, ah. And then finally I was like, wait, why don't I do that?
Yeah.
So I just posted a couple pictures of my feet online, and I just got messages offering me money.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
like, can I pay you for a video? Can I pay you for pictures? And it just snowballed. I posted some of my erotic writing because I just have always liked writing.
Okay.
And again, can I pay you for a custom story? And then I started doing audios, and it just snowballed. And all of a sudden, within a year of not even trying, I quit my old career and was doing it full time.
I love it.
It is a lot of work, but I did kind of fall ass backwards into it.
And you're doing it from home.
I work from home. I choose my own hours.
Yeah.
I can work from anywhere. I lived in the UK for 2 years.
All right. Oh,
Right.
really?
Yeah.
So that's ideal. Like a lot of people, especially now since COVID.
Oh, it was,
A lot of
I mean,
people.
the isolation was hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as work went, I
Yeah.
can do it from anywhere. It
Nice.
was so easy. I have pretty much the best job on earth. There's nothing I don't like about it, pretty much.
Well, now I have short little feet with short little toes because I'm a short person. So they match my body.
There's plenty of guys who like it.
I was just thinking, hey, I could make some, because I don't get paid for this. This
Yeah.
is something I just do because I enjoy it. But wouldn't it be nice to make some extra income? Because
If
I'm
you
gonna
just do one episode with your feet propped up on the table, and you will just break it. Break it in the mouth.
that would be so cool. Oh my gosh, because you know, like a lot of people my age, I'm living on my pension, and it's like we don't get overpaid. You
Yeah.
know, so that and everything's going up. So it's nice to know that you could do something and earn some money by just
Absolutely.
showing something that you know that you don't mind showing. I mean,
Yeah.
right? I think it's
Absolutely.
wonderful.
So many people are like, wait, I kind of want to do that because it's just my
Yeah.
feet. I mean, I do a lot of other stuff now that's not including feet, but I still do a lot of foot
Right.
fetish work.
I saw something about somebody on television. I can't remember what the show was or what it was, but she got into doing something with her feet. It was on one of those oh, never mind, I can't remember. But it was she's part of this reality show, but that's not part of the reality show. But she just started doing that and realizing that she was making money from doing it, and it was good money.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
There's some there's some stuff that you can make money on. Some people, like, did you ever see the woman? She was all over social media for a while. Like, she was she would sell her farts in a jar
Oh my gosh, no,
for
I haven't.
$1,000 a jar.
Right?
But so she would eat like a diet that created a lot
Yeah,
of gas, and she ended up in the hospital because of it. But like,
Oh my gosh.
man, if I could get someone to pay for that,
I mean,
hell yeah.
yeah, I do realize that there are a lot of people with fetishes and
Oh yeah, there's millions of
yeah,
different
so if
fetishes.
somebody's willing to pay for something that's not harming you
No,
and it's not
it's
harming
all
anybody.
consensual.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, you're not hurting somebody, you're not hurting yourself. I mean, it's
Nope.
just, do you show your face for anything?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
have
okay.
full face. I don't do nudity though,
Yeah.
because I'm a dom, and I have a specific online dom persona
Okay.
that's kind of like, you're pathetic, you don't deserve to see me naked, this is all you get. So like, not with everybody, like not everybody gets that, but that is my persona. I do technically show nudity for a price, but like one topless picture is $100, and yes, people have paid it.
Yeah, I know. People are willing to pay for anything, right?
When they've gone like a couple years not seeing it, and then they're like really curious. Yeah. It's true.
It's kind of interesting when you think about it, that the way human beings are, like I always think that if you've got something to sell, there's whatever it is, there's usually somebody that's willing to buy
Oh
it,
yeah, absolutely.
Right? Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's so cool. So no, okay, so then are you gonna continue that when you're doing your cupcakery?
Well, I really love my job, and starting up the cupcakery is going to be hard and a lot of work, but my goal is to get it to the point where like I don't have to be there.
Yes,
so I want
a good manager.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my goal,
right?
And then I want to keep doing this for as long as I can. But I mean, I'm already a lot older than most people who do it. Mind you, most people who do it don't even do it as a full career. So I've been really lucky. But I know that there's a certain point where it's going to be like, okay, I can't do this forever.
You're over it, or
but
whatever,
I
right?
really want my cupcakery, and then I want to do this for as long as I can. And then when I eventually can't anymore, I'm hoping my cupcakery is going good enough that that's good.
And I was just thinking about that. Wouldn't that be great? Because once you got it up and running, I would love to go there and do an interview with you sitting down, and you can talk about whatever your cupcake, whatever ones you've done, and that would be fun.
Yes.
Right?
That would be so much fun.
And I'll lick them and I'll put them back, and customers won't know. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. That's gross. She wouldn't.
Well, I'll name that cupcake after you. Once the Nancy's
Oh, wait a minute, you might be able to sell it online.
Yes, actually, probably.
Oh my God, that'd be so hilarious. But I just think about how interesting your job is and how fantastic it's going to be creative in a different way.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's two totally different, but they're both creative.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I love about both of them.
Yeah, because you have to come up with the idea in the beginning, right? To do what you do, and then whatever else you added along the way.
Yeah, and being like a writer and an actor, you get to be creative in general, and that's what I really love about it. That was missing from my life before I started doing that.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Cupcakes.
Yeah, that's so cool.
That goes with both jobs.
Let's talk about your writing a little bit now. Other than that type of writing, have you written other things?
I used to more like growing up, I always wrote poetry and stuff like that. I did write some horror tragedy short stories that I'm pretty proud of. Nice. Other than that, I haven't written, I don't think, anything non-erotic in the last like 5 years, because I just don't have time.
Yeah, you can't do it all. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You might like to, but you can't do it all.
Maybe a couple little poems or lyrics or something here and there.
Right. Then you also mentioned acting.
Yeah.
So what kind of acting?
So voice acting, pretty much. So like I do mostly custom erotic audios. Okay. So it's kind of similar to the writing. People tell me what they like, or a theme, or maybe they say, they want me to use their name or something. And then most of the time I'm not going off a script. I might just go off an outline they give me, and then I just ad lib the whole thing.
Right.
So, which is really fun, because then I get creative control.
Yeah. Hey, I have to stop doing something because the other person wanted creative control. And no, It was my comedy. It was my comedy. No, you can't have control over my comedy. Then it's not my comedy anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Then it's yours.
Because like I've read people's scripts and it's fine, but like everyone says they can tell when it's like when I'm really into it because like I'm just going with what I'm feeling.
Right. Because if you're doing
that's when it's best.
Right. Yes. I don't mind doing somebody else's stuff as long as that I'm asked to do somebody else's stuff.
Yeah, as long as you know. And even then it's like it's just not going to be as good.
Well, I think if you're writing, especially say for comedy, just as an example, if you're writing for me, you have to know my type of humor.
Yeah,
I would not say that. Then why would you write that? Expect me to say it? That's not who I am.
That's not something that you would come up with.
Yeah.
No, I'm the same way because I have a few clients who I've had for years, and at this point, they don't even order. They just say, I feel like an audio, like do something. And I'll just pick one of this, a sort of theme or genre that I know that they're into. And I'll just do something and send it to them. And then it's a complete surprise, which makes it better for them.
Yeah.
And they know that I know what they like. Whereas when someone new comes along, sometimes they have to be a lot more detailed. And I'm like, okay, I just got to get used to what they're into.
Right. So how many permanent contacts do you have? How many permanent customers?
Oh gosh, probably a few, but the main ones, like I don't even advertise anymore. I used to advertise in certain places for like, but like I don't even put out ads anymore because I have a couple really good ones. I have I'm gonna say 4 really constant main
clients.
Specifically 2 of them. Like I make almost all my money on those 2 guys. But then I have a few others that come here and there, maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, kind of thing for something. And then I have one guy who I love because so he's a financial sub, which means he gets off on being like financially controlled or like kind of abused out of money. And obviously there's a safe word. There's always a safe word. If a dom tells you no safe word, she's not a fucking dom. Run away screaming. So many like, oh, I've never done a safe word with anyone else. I'm like, then you should be running. But he pays more than my normal prices because that's what he likes.
Yeah,
he likes for me to overcharge him. And he pays for a full day with me, so I don't take any other work. I don't plans with my friends, errands. I put aside the day for him, and he pays $5,000 for that.
Right. Oh wow, nice, eh?
And then he doesn't show up.
So that's all part of the whole thing.
That is a part of it. Sometimes he does, and we'll do like a couple hours of role play, and then as soon as he finishes, he gets embarrassed and disappears. but half the time he just doesn't show up. So I'm like, $5,000. and then I have the day off. So he's kind of my favorite, even though I don't see him that often.
So when you first started, how did your family receive that?
My mom is like fine with it, but she doesn't want to hear about it. She's just like, okay, I know, I don't need to hear about it.
no details, please.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But like most people, when I tell them, had like your reaction where that is so interesting, tell me more. Like that's most people. My sister is kind of just like, yeah, that's what she does.
Yeah, cool. I think
everyone always says, does your family know? Do your friends know? I'm like, why wouldn't they know? You work at a pizza place. Does your family know?
Why would you?
It's a job.
Yeah,
and I would love it, and I'm happy, and that's all anyone cares about.
And I think that if you were embarrassed to do it, it wouldn't feel good. Why do it, right?
Well, that's a lot of people. Like I do AMAs on Reddit sometimes, but like a lot of people say something like that. Oh, does your family know? Or, or were you like desperate for money? Absolutely not. I was making like $120,000 a year in my whole career. But now I get to work from home, choose my own hours, work from anywhere I want, make all my own decisions. I get to be creative. I get to do everything online. I sit in bed naked all day watching Netflix, chatting with my fans until I get like an order come in that I have to fill. Who wouldn't want to fucking do that? And I'm confident. I'm not at all shy about like teasing or showing off or anything. So
I wasn't fast enough to do the bleeping. I don't edit. So those words are going to be in there because not going to go beep, beep.
We're talking about being a porn star. I figured the swearing was okay.
It's up to the audience. You know, they have a choice of watching this or not watching this or drop me as my own answer. I'm not watching any of your stuff again. Well, that's too bad, you know, because I don't censor people.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be censored, and therefore I don't want to censor people, because people have tried to censor me, not with bad language, but just when
ideas.
And also I tend to have a warped sense of humor at times, you know, right? Like when I meet somebody new and might introduce myself as Joe, and another person beside me, that's not her real name. Like, leave me alone.
Calm down.
I'm playing. Leave me alone, you know? That's censoring.
Just relax.
Let me be who I want to be today. I want to be Joe, you know? It's none of your business, right? Yeah, so that's the thing, is who cares? But there's some people that do, obviously they care, but that's their issue, and it shouldn't be foisted on you or me or, you know, whatever, right?
Yeah.
You get to do you, period.
I like doing me. I get paid to do me.
There you go, people. I think I'm wondering if there's some kind of jealousy sometimes from
probably
maybe not people that you're really good friends with, obviously. Right?
Yeah,
because they've accepted who you are.
Yeah.
Not accept well, there's a lot of word.
There can be a lot of jealousy from guys. Like I get a lot of guys go, "Oh, I wish I could just flash my tits and make money," and I'm like, you realize it's actual work, right? Like it is a job. And I'm like, yeah, I bet you wish you do, but no one wants to pay for that.
So. You lose, guy. Anyway, so we're going to end it there, but this has been really fun. I really have enjoyed it. You know,
Me too.
Yeah, I'm glad you agreed to. I thought, by the way, just so you know, I thought the whole conversation was going to be about cupcakes.
Once people find out what I do for a living,
it
veers off.
You have to know. I mean, you have to get details. It's impossible. So anyway, you've been listening to Haley
Perechy.
Perechy? Perechy. I'm not going to remember it 5 minutes from now, because my brain is really bad with things.
Try spelling it.
No, thank you. I'm having trouble with my own name. Thank you, everybody, for watching the show. I usually tell people to be nice, but I just realized that I posted this recently on Facebook that I wasn't being nice to people for a particular reason, and it's because I didn't have control over something. So I have to practice more about being nice when things are not under my control, when I would like them to be. So, and I know that being nice is free, and it, you know, costs us nothing. So thank you for watching the show. I hope you like and share and subscribe and all those wonderful things. And in the meantime, peace out, everybody. Bye.
A sense of community, Chilliwack's a place to be. A sense of community when you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. It's multicultural, you're sure to see it all. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see. Come party in the park, go dancing after dark. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see.